On today's show, we help you give the perfect wedding speech, discover the most important music star in the world right now, and
1, 2, up!
add bungees to level up your workout.
Anything that keeps me off the treadmill is good.
Plus,
I know it looks scary, but there's a pot of gold.
fun new tricks for your dog to try. But up first,
Where did they all go?
how to find your next new car.
5.0, think how fast I can go in that baby.
It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes, and anyone who's tried to buy a car recently knows the choices are way down and the prices are way, way up.
Yes, but don't be discouraged, friends, because there are some strategies that can help.
Ways to help get a reasonable price on your ride is our featured story at the top of the list. With prices and inventory for vehicles all over the place, getting a good deal isn't easy.
Whether you're buying used, whether you're buying new, it's going to cost you more than it did a few years ago.
Our interest level is really in selling the automobile and building a relationship.
We brought Mamie Wheaton, certified financial planner for Learn Lux Wellbeing, to Sanderson Ford in Glendale, Arizona, where we talked to General Manager Mark Whittar to get their expert advice on the best ways to save money when buying a new car. For starters, follow the financing.
What can we do to lower that APR or get our best deal on the financing?
You should shop around with at least 3 different lenders before you make a decision.
This could be your bank, credit union, or online lenders.
So what are some factors to consider when you're shopping around for credit?
Your goal is to get the best rate because that is ultimately going to lower your monthly payment and lower the amount that you're paying over the life of the time you own the car.
Once you find your best rate, get it in writing.
And when you actually go to the dealership to car shop, you want to bring that in with you and see if the dealership will match or even go lower than the rate that you were given.
I work with way more lenders than you probably will as a consumer.
Sure.
And I've got a lot of leverage with those lenders. So typically I get a better rate than the individual coming in off the street.
Next, learn how to drive down your insurance rates.
One thing you really have to do is say, how does this car fit into my overall budget? Not just with your car payment, but also sometimes the nicer car you buy or the more expensive car you buy is going to mean that you end up with higher insurance rates.
And when you shop, look for ways to cut costs.
Well, how can I lower that monthly expense of my insurance rate?
A lot of times if you combine your car insurance with your renter's insurance or your homeowner's insurance, basically the more insurances that you have with the one company, the lower your rate's going to be. The most obvious is, of course, don't put the pedal to the metal and get too many speeding tickets.
5.0, think how fast I can go in that baby.
You can definitely go fast, but could raise your insurance rates.
Talk to your friends and ask what kind of coverage and costs they're paying as a comparison.
If your friend's getting a lower rate for something, or maybe they were able to knock a few dollars off, it's always good to shop around for car insurance.
Finally, shop online and on the lot.
It's really an online search to start, and then you kind of come into the store and then you solidify what you want to do.
Are there things that are not currently in your inventory that you can offer somebody?
They can always order, and that's happening more now than ever. I mean, typically a dealership our size, we typically carry 1,000 new cars. Right now I have less than 100.
But even if the car you're looking for isn't on the lot, Mark says you should still ask what rebates are available.
Lock in the deal that's available at the time of the order or at the time of delivery, whatever better. So if there's rebate money that's available at the time of delivery that wasn't available at the time of the order, they'll get that.
Getting deals on wheels is at the top of the list.
Okay, strange that someone killing it on social media would still be obsessed with eating the mailman, but dogs. Videos of our fluffy friends doing stunts rack up billions of likes. So Jackie Denker's checking out some of the most popular TikTok dog tricks.
If you love posting videos on social media and have been wanting to get your dog involved, we've got you covered.
With positive reinforcement dog training, we get dogs to want to work for us.
And besides making amazing content, it could just help your bond.
The more we do these things with our dog, the bond comes closer.
Love that.
Yeah.
We can't get close enough to our dogs.
No.
So to learn some popular social media dog trends and tricks, we turned to national lead dog trainer for Zoom Room, Courtney Briggs. First up, the Egg Challenge, which has racked up over 3.5 billion views on TikTok.
And why are people doing this on social media?
It seems like, oh my God, dogs have such strong mouths, and being so gentle with that egg.
And all you have to do is present a raw egg to your dog.
See what happens. It's a wait and see type thing. That's it.
And we gave it a go with Ragnar and Jet.
Maybe I want to take it because brother's here. scrambled eggs, folks.
And we tried it one more time. Next up, the dog obstacle course, garnering over 19.9 million views on TikTok.
We're gonna create an obstacle.
Preferably in a corner or a hallway. Place solo cups on the ground with a treat at the other end.
So there's no other way to go but through. Good job, Jen. That's very good.
And besides the entertainment factor,
It can build trust if we do it the right way.
I know it looks scary. Good job! Good job! Oh man!
There you go. There you go.
finally, the secret dog trick that has over 757 million TikTok views.
So it literally is just their nose going into your hand.
In your hand, yeah, like you're gonna tell me a secret. Yeah.
How cute.
But it takes a little patience, and maybe the dog's mom.
Start with having my hand as a C, like, hey, tell me a secret, on the floor with a treat here. Dog's gonna get rewarded a lot for sticking their nose through my hand.
And then you start raising your hand until slowly it gets to your ear.
Secret?
Nope. He's like, no.
Secret?
Yes, she's cheating.
Okay. Thank you for that secret. I won't tell anybody.
Learning fun challenges to grow both our bonds with our pups and our social following.
Well, high on the list of things that can make a wedding really memorable, the speeches. It's a chance to celebrate the people you love with the world, or the wedding guests anyway, watching. So we have tips to make those wedding day toasts unforgettable.
Wedding season is in full bloom, and the wedding day will be something the couple will never forget. So if you're tasked with a speech, don't screw it up.
The reason why I love wedding speeches so much is because they are given by people who don't normally give speeches.
Best man, maid of honor, mom, dad, this might be new to you. So public speaking coach Cesar Cervantes has tips to help you land the perfect wedding speech. Starting with keep it real.
It's a conversation, not a performance. Tip number one is to just be yourself, talk the way you talk, move the way you move, share something real, and you can't go wrong.
Now, if that seems easier said than done, Cesar says to remember you have fans in the stands.
I want people to remember that the audience is on your side. You're surrounded by love and people who trust you.
Next tip, don't over-prepare.
What can happen is it can become like you're reciting something. And this is a medium where it's intimate and you're around people that you know, and it's family and it's friends. So if they feel disconnected from you, that's gonna tank before you even start.
Cesar recommends having a guide, not a script.
You don't have to have your whole speech memorized, but you do want to have a clear idea about how you're going to begin and how you're going to end.
And while you shouldn't over-prepare, you also shouldn't overshare.
The best man speech is notorious for this. There'll just be like this sort of impromptu story that you tell that reveals something that's a little too much. You got to test that material out in front of other people.
Next tip, your speech should have a story and a takeaway.
You tell a story that leads up to a funny moment. Then you follow it with a sincere point you want to make that includes both of the newlyweds.
Finally, close strong.
Every speech is better with a toast. It could go something like, to the newlyweds, your love and friendship inspires us.
Saying I do.
Mic drop, standing ovation.
To an epic wedding day speech. Still to come on the list. The Latin artist taking the music world by storm.
Bad Bunny is probably the most important artist in the world right now.
And check out these pinball wizards.
It's serious, but it's fun.
Plus,
Peter Wu!
Woo! How a bungee can stretch your exercise routine.
It's really just about trusting the bungee. I got trust issues, Cherry.
All that and more next.
YouTube, great to see you. Did you know that by subscribing and turning on notifications, you'll never miss a minute of the list? It's true. So take a second, click on that button, and hit that bell. All right, thanks, and back to the show.
Welcome back, friends. Okay, when you hear the word bungee, first of all, that's terrifying for me. But maybe you think of daredevils jumping off a bridge or a cliff.
which sounds like fun to me. But this bucket list sport has been reinvented to create a workout that puts the fun back in exercise.
Hattie DeJamal shows us the ropes on Bungee Fitness.
There aren't many workouts you can just jump right into.
And run, and up, Karate Kid move. 1, 2, up.
But this workout is a little different. It's called Bungee Fitness, and Tough Lotus owner Cherry Pruitt says it's sure to take your fitness routine to new heights. First things first, trust the bungee.
So the bungee is going to hold you. It does hold your body weight. We have those weight-bearing pipes in the ceiling. Nothing's going to come down on you.
The bungee can hold up to 400 pounds, and it may feel a little awkward at first.
So it is a skill. It's something that you have to build on. It's not something that you come in and you're going to be amazing at right away. You just have to love doing it.
While your feet may spend more time off the ground, it doesn't mean you're working out any less.
What kind of improvements can you actually see in yourself?
It's really great for endurance. So even athletes that are doing like endurance training and things like that, because 30 seconds on the bungee is like 2 minutes of cardio anywhere else.
Next, you'll learn footing.
What are some of the first things that you guys learn coming into class?
The first thing that you would learn would be our run.
Starting off, everything is broken down into steps.
5, 6, 7, 8, and right, left, right, and right, left, right again.
Getting your footing down is crucial. Cherry says it's the foundation you use to keep building on.
Everything kind of goes in 3 points. So you have to move away from your anchor on the bungee and then back to your anchors.
You'll learn basic jumps and dives that can turn into more. Wrapping us up with the moves.
Your body does move in a completely different way on the bungee, and you have to get used to it. Even dancers who have a lot of control of their body are used to being up and on their toes, so you have to keep your center of gravity low.
As you get more comfortable, new moves are introduced.
You're going to just lift those arms and legs. Squirrel! Squirrel! Oh! Squirrel! Yes!
Some moves really firm in tone, and some moves really just make you feel like
I'm a star! Yes, and run again!
Consistency is key to feeling like Peter Pan in no time.
Peter Woo! Woo!
Helping you get your next workout off the ground with Bungee Fitness.
3, and post!
Baseball season's in full swing, and the NFL preseason kicks off this month as well. But for those of you who also enjoy some alternative sports, Teresa Strasser found some recent competitions that are quirky and entertaining. Hey, Teresa.
Thank you. Clips of these wild and crazy competitions are racking up boatloads of views online. Let's check them out. Coming in at number 1, grease pole climbing at Buffalo, New York's annual Grease Pole Festival.
18 years I've been doing this, and I've been winning since. So I haven't lost yet.
5 teams with 5 players each climb a 35-foot greased-up telephone pole to reach the top and grab one of the hanging items.
There is not too many people that do this.
And the team who won got $1,000.
Here you want to say? Pay some bills.
Big congrats to Javier. All he needed was the will and a little elbow grease. Maybe too much. At number 2, competitive pinball.
Every year, the International Flipper Pinball Association takes the rankings from previous year, and the top 64 players end up in the World Championship.
It's serious, but it's fun.
The Pinball Asylum in Fort Myers, Florida recently hosted this year's World Pinball Championship. They featured 64 players from over 20 countries.
We've got people from Finland, Sweden, New Zealand, Australia, Austria, Germany, all over the world.
Participants battled for the highest score on various pop culture themed pinball machines, and the winner got a sweet looking trophy.
It's like a family, and we're all part of the family. So it's really the camaraderie and the friendships that are made that makes this.
Lots of camaraderie along with all those bells and whistles and chimes. And third on our lesser known competitions list, oyster shucking.
I've won Colorado 5 times. I've placed 7th in the world twice.
Denver, Colorado's Ben Wolven is an internationally competitive oyster shucker. Competitions are based on speed and precision. It's a pretty popular sport in Florida, Maryland, Maine, even Canada and China. And in mid-October, the 56th annual U.S. Oyster Festival kicks off. I just hope nobody pulls a muscle. No? Sorry, I had to. Those were 3 offbeat competitions to keep an eye out for. Coming up, Two-time Latin Grammy Award-winning rapper and singer Bad Bunny has a new album that's been topping the charts. When we come back, we are checking out some of the coolest things about the influential Puerto Rican artist. Don't go anywhere.
We have a quick list of tips from author and financial educator DJ Ooch to save and make more money. First, delete subscriptions you don't need.
Take a look around, take an inventory of everything that you're spending money on right now, and ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this a smart thing to do?
Second, consider investing.
Ask your bank, hey, what can you do for me? I want to start investing in stock. I want to start looking at mutual funds. I want to start looking at different things that I can do.
And third, download these free apps.
Stash and Acorn are really great ways that you can save your money and invest your money. It's almost like having a financial advisor, someone who's able to handhold you through the process, and it's computer generated.
For more list tips, head to thelisttv.com.
We're back, and today's playlist is all about Bad Bunny. The popular musician has dropped one of the best-selling albums of 2022, and he's now had 11 #1 hits. And he just keeps getting bigger. So we are looking at some of the coolest things you may not know about Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny is the Puerto Rican star dominating the entertainment industry with the sound of Latin trap and reggaeton. He's one of the most streamed artists in the world who recently wrapped up the highest grossing tour ever for a Latin artist and even made his feature film debut next to Brad Pitt in Bullet Train.
How much bigger than that does it get, you know? Bad Bunny is probably the most important artist in the world right now.
Jerry Puyes, Latin music programmer at Apple Music, tells us more about his career, starting with his meteoric rise to fame. As documented in YouTube's Artist Spotlight Stories, Bad Bunny started sharing his music on SoundCloud in 2016, and by 2018, he had made his breakthrough.
We're really only talking about from his first album to now, like maybe 4 years. He's grown that quickly.
Yeah. That year, he released hit songs with the likes of Drake and Cardi B, and went mainstream, most notably doing so singing and rapping exclusively in Spanish.
That's actually a really big part of who he is. He's never really tried to get involved with music in English.
I do whatever I want. It's about doing what you feel.
He makes music for his island of Puerto Rico, and for some strange reason, the rest of the world really resonates with it and they like it.
His global fan base has fallen in love not just with his sound, but also his gender non-conforming style.
He's shown people that you could be yourself and you don't have to copy the same thing that everybody's doing.
He's comfortable wearing skirts, dressing in drag, and painting his nails. An eye for fashion that earned him an invitation to the Met Gala and collaborations with brands like Jacquemus, Adidas, and Crocs.
He made it normal to just be who you are.
Finally, Bad Bunny knows the power of his platform, and he often uses it to share socially conscious messages.
Bad Bunny!
He's done so twice on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. In 2018, he brought attention to the help still needed in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. And in 2020, he spoke up about the murder of a trans woman on the island by wearing a shirt with the words, "They killed Alexa, not a man in a skirt."
He understands that his voice is very powerful, and he's very careful with what he says and using it for the right reasons, in my opinion.
And that's your glimpse into the unstoppable career of Bad Bunny on the playlist.
Man, what a performer. Also, as a Latina, I just love the work he does in our community because representation matters. So seeing him make such a huge impact culturally, so important.
Yes, his work, his philanthropy, super important, but also his music just makes me want to dance.
Jimmy, you know what? A little shimmy.
All right, you're going to give that to me?
A little shimmy from Jimmy. Still to come, dream jobs, candy taster, super sleeper. I'm qualified for both. That's next. Welcome back, friends. Okay, it is time for what's last on our list. Now, I like to think I have a dream job here at the list, but how about this? A job that'll pay you over 70 grand to eat candy?
Okay, as a general rule, I don't eat candy because, you know, my body's a temple, but it's a temple to greed, so for 70 grand, sign me up.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so Candy Funhouse released a recruitment video. Of course, it has gone viral, and they were looking for a person to taste test about 100 pieces of candy a day. And you do it from home because it's work from home.
I literally sit on my couch and I eat candy all day.
That's all you do. Also, dental is included for obvious reasons, right? Now, I would do it for Reese's peanut butter cups.
See, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Closest I get is like a bowl of cereal.
You guys, when he says cereal, he means tree bark and bird feed and calls it cereal. But I digress. Now, if candy taste tester isn't for you, how about this mattress company, Casper, posted a job that will pay you $25 an hour to sleep. Now, I have 2 children that still sleep in my bed. How quickly can I get this job?
Okay, before you leave the list for this new gig, understand you're gonna have sleep on Casper beds in Casper stores while customers are milling around. What do you think?
I don't know.
I can sleep anytime, anywhere. I think I have a shot.
You do sleep on the job quite often. God, that was too easy. It was too easy. And friends, that is what's last on our list. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching us on YouTube. Now, we know you have a lot of choices for your YouTube channels. Crazy cat videos. I get it. I love them too. So thank you so much. And don't forget to like this video. Maybe leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a list. And if you want more lists, we got them right here for you.